Well, it's a weird thing that I sometimes don't control the order of the videos because it's been a big mess with me and YouTube and just the videos getting published as well as the computer. It is what it is. So let me just get the shilling out of the way. Please consider supporting this channel and please consider looking at my other channels, especially the Kubrick channel. I will be putting content up there shortly, so please like and subscribe if you can. So I want to be clear, Knife Hoarder doesn't need my help. They've tried to take down his channel and he's persistent, so he keeps coming back. So I'm not too worried about him. I'm not really even disagreeing with him. There will be slight criticism just to be a little bit more accurate. So what has happened? Well, after a very long, hard struggle, and again, I want to be clear to give Goot a big shout out. Goot, Knife Hoarder, and others. There's a lot of people involved here. I don't want to take at all much of the credit here. So a lot of people have been exposing Tommy Scoville for a long time. So I jumped on the bandwagon last year because these accusations seem pretty powerful. And I'm like, wow, this seems a lot. But sure enough, Knife Hoarder, Goot, and others proved it. So I was like, okay, this seems very convincing. And just recently, Barb, Aaron's moderator, because people keep asking, who is Barb? Barb is Aaron's moderator. Who is a moderator? What is a moderator? A moderator is usually someone in someone's YouTube channel in their chat who moderates the chat. They control the chat and determine who stays in, who stays out. So that's who Barb is. She was moderating Aaron's chat for a while. She was moderating other people too, but Aaron is the big one. So Barb did the unthinkable while relating what's happening with Scoville and Aaron and said, yeah, a lot of what Knife Hoarder put out is true. She's not saying everything was true, but a lot of what Knife Hoarder was saying, she can verify was true. That Scoville is a liar. Scoville is a grifter. Scoville steals things. He's a thief. And apparently he's been threatening people behind the scenes to stay quiet. Now, Barb does not take Scoville too seriously. She's like, he's playing a tough guy. And Barb has seen the Scoville family up close. So this is not someone who's like, well, maybe they have this online Nope. Nope. She's had personal contact with these parties, right? So there we are. And apparently she was thinking about giving Knife Hoarder a lot of juicy texts, which I hope Knife Hoarder has, because he's been doing good work here. Now, again, I don't agree with everything Knife Hoarder says, and his style is very differently from my style. Like, it's not even a criticism, but he likes to curse a whole lot. Again, I'm not saying I'm totally an angel here, but I don't know. It's not even monetization, but I don't know. Some people really love to curse a lot. I'm just like, I'm a little disenchanted with the whole cursing a lot kind of style on YouTube, but that's just me. Okay, now that we got the background out of the way, let's get to the King Kong here, which is Nora McDonald or O'Donnell or whatever she's calling herself now, because she goes through a lot of identities and personas. So last year, for about 8 months, Nora was an attack dog working for Aaron and putting out these vile accusations and a lot of stupid stuff for Aaron. But then magically she woke up. Right. I don't believe that for a minute. But anyway, that's Nora's story. That for years and years, Aaron kept her in his cult in a locked room in some little basement. But Nora liberated herself and got out of that basement because she was hungry for hot dogs or something like that. And again, I'm not denying that Nora has had a bad life or she's been traumatized. Nora, wake up. Okay. Other people have had bad lives. Other people experience trauma. I've experienced trauma. So, she needs to stop bringing that up because it's just embarrassing. Does she think she's the only person with trauma? It's a little silly. So why am I getting so worked up? Well, so Barb was willing to give Knife Hoarder credit and give the Cultology twins a lot of credit. Knife Hoarder, from what I remember, was in the chat. They did not ban him. Because usually when you don't go with the narrative, they just ban you. That's what Nora does with me. It's like she just types me out because I push back on her line. So what did she say? Well, let's be fair to Nora. It was a little confusing. So Nora is saying that she only recently became aware of Scoville. Right. She also did kind of insult Knife Hoarder. Now, whether she meant to do that, I don't know. I took it as an insult because she's just saying, oh, and this Knife Hoarder guy, yeah, he makes these videos every day in a car. We'll put aside that Nora does a lot of videos in her car. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm not quite clear. But listen, I'm actually open-minded. So I can take my own personal biases out of the equation. I know that's hard for people and just look at it logically. Okay, fine. So you're just saying knife hoarder is questionable because, and I was patiently waiting, and all I got was he does videos in a car. That's it. That's all I got. So that's Nora's big logical case against knife hoarder. Okay, that's pretty pathetic. So is it true that Nora only recently became aware of Scoville? Well, there are several problems. Knife hoarder is obviously a big problem, but to be totally honest about Barb, she also gave a lot of credit to Reddit, which has been tracking down a lot of the lies of Scoville and Reese and Aaron and a whole lot of other people. And again, because I know this for a fact, because she put out videos on this, Nora said she did look at those Reddits. Now she says more recently, she doesn't look at the Reddits, but she used to look at the Reddits, and that's important. So Nora used to look at Zero Dark Tony's content. And this is important because, and again, I don't know who has the timeline exactly. Again, everyone has been working at exposing Scoville for a while. So I became aware of this through Zero Dark Tony. So if Knife Hoarder says that he did it earlier, I have no reason to disbelieve him. And again, I'm sort of mixed on Zero Dark Tony, but with Scoville, he did come with a lot of receipts. Now, is it possible Nora, and she has said this many times, she's looked at Zero Dark Tony's content, but missed this critical video? It's possible, but then remember, she said she's looked at the Reddits, and the Reddits have covered Aaron and Scoville. So her saying that she only recently became aware that there are issues with Scoville doesn't seem to ring true. Right. Now, again, if you like Knife Hoarder, good on you. If you don't like Knife Hoarder, good on you. What I won't be tolerating here is we're just doing character assassination for no reason. So, okay, what is your issue with Knife Hoarder? I don't know. I don't know. And Nora has been caught red-handed lying quite a lot. She even admits it, saying, yes, for a couple of years I was lying for Aaron. Okay? All right? So be it. Now she's trying to jump on the bandwagon saying, oh, Scoville is very questionable. Guys, it's all very questionable. No, Nora, it's been questionable for several years. So you just look like an idiot, as usual. Instead of just admitting, once more, you're an idiot and just moving on, she's trying to backtrack and revise history and say, I never really trusted Scoville. Yeah, I just, yeah, guys, but, I only recently became aware through the Barb. Well, in that interview, Barb gives credit to Knife Hoarder. So you've got a credibility problem. Now, at this point, I believe Knife Hoarder over Nora, not because of bias, not due to the money or monetization or YouTube or anything like that, because those things can go away, because he brought a lot of evidence. You may not like the style he does, whatever the car, the cursing. I'm like, well, the style is the style. Or you don't like Zero Dark Tony, right? The style is the style with the cursing and the whatever, the goblin and the mask or whatever. The question is, did they prove their case? And the answer to me, yes, they did. Now, you can still argue over details, which I do with Knife Hoarder. I think some of the details, like, I just want to be a little bit more accurate, but that's neither here nor there. That's the way I do things. Although I get accusations I'm trying to misrepresent people all the time. Okay? All right? Can you just go in the comment section? What did I misrepresent here? Anyway, so Nora's just acting silly and stupid. And Knife Hoarder called her out. Again, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I would like nothing more if Knife Hoarder does a series on Nora calling out her insanities. However, Knife Hoarder's focus is on mainly Scoville and a few other people, including Reese. And that's his prerogative. Like, he does his channel the way he wants to do things. But I'm not going to lie, I would appreciate if he did make a few more videos just making fun of Nora, because she's being laughably silly. So is it possible Nora's telling the truth? I mean, it's possible she just was not aware of this content, not aware of these accusations, but the Reddit lie is hard to get over. She admits this. She says, I went onto the Reddit talking about me and Aaron's. Well, a lot of those Reddits talking about you and Aaron talked about Scoville. I know. I've been seeing them for the last couple months. So, yeah, this isn't holding up. I don't understand the big deal. You could just give credit to Knife Hoarder and move on, but I don't know. She's acting kind of funny here. So, good on Knife Hoarder for catching her by the tail and saying, yeah, you're just making stuff up. Again, I guess behind the scenes, she still wants to be cool with one of these people. I guess. I think that's what's going on. I do think it's good she's moving against Scoville, but it's not for the right reason. It's like Aaron all over again. She's going to backstab Scoville because it's in her financial interest. But apparently, before Barb, what Scoville was doing was okay. The stealing, the grifting, the lying, and other crimes was okay with her because, she's stupid. And there we go. So, again, I'm not doing here propaganda for Knife Hoarder. I can be critical of him. You could be critical of him. But Nora, if she wants to have criticisms, first she needs to have a criticism. Otherwise, yeah, it's like, what are you doing here? Like, this is just not believable. If you don't care about Tommy Scoville, I can understand that. But saying you didn't know, you really didn't know, come on, really? Really? This is becoming very lame and silly with her that she only knows things conveniently about Louis Repetto, Tommy Scoville, Aaron, when it's convenient for her. Otherwise, she doesn't know, guys. She doesn't know. Oh, you don't know. You don't. Hey, what about Mike Rinder? Can he not know things? Can Mike Rinder not know things? No, no, no. Mike Rinder do, guys. No, no, no. Yeah, Mike Rinder do. Right? No, it's the crimes. The crimes. He know. He know. Okay, so Mike Rinder, he had to. Yeah, he had to know. He had to know. What about you and Scoville? No, no, no. I didn't know. 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 I didn't know, guys. Yeah, okay, okay. So magically, Nora is the only person allowed not to know things. Can I not know things? No, no, you're lying. No, 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 no. Can Aaron not? No, 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 no. I'm Nora. I'm Queen Nora. Yeah, well, you're queen of something, but I don't think it's a very good